So let's first place our attention on our body. And as we place our attention on our body, we may notice the mind with its momentum of looking for what to fix, what to change, what's wrong to make it better, or simply just what's next. It might come up with what we need to fix about the body, maybe a better posture it should be in. Or it might come up with what needs to be changed about our weight, perhaps, or our hair, or our wrinkles, or whatnot, etc., etc. Or what's wrong, how we're bad. Or simply, what's next? This isn't it. This body isn't it. Not interested in this. But instead of that, we are going to look for what's already happening, what the body is already doing. So just notice what the body's already doing. And if the body needs to move, maybe to pop the back or to scratch an itch, in the moment it moves, include that movement in with what the body's already doing, what's already happening. And in this way, you see there's nothing that the body could do that wouldn't be included in with what's already happening. Now, let's take this framework that we just applied to our body and apply it to another element of our experience that we usually consider to be ourself. And let's call that feeling. Now, within feeling, we have sensation and emotion, but we're just going to call that feeling. Now, as we place our attention on what we're feeling, just as we did with the body, we might notice that the mind is interested in what to fix about what we're feeling, what to change about what we're feeling, how to turn it into a better feeling, a feeling that's not in the present. What's wrong about what we're feeling, or just simply, this is not it. What's next? Glossing over the feeling entirely. But we're interested instead in what feeling is already feeling, or what's already happening. And in this way, there's nothing that feeling could do that wouldn't be included in with what's already happening. Now let's take this same framework and apply it to the last element of our experience that we usually consider to be ourself, and we'll call that thought. And just as we did with the body and with the emotions, we'll apply this to our thoughts. And what we may notice as soon as we place our attention on our thinking, as we may have noticed with feeling and the body, is that thought wants to come in the back door and say, what can we fix about these thoughts? What can we change about these thoughts? What's wrong with these thoughts to make it right? Or simply, what's next? Not this thought. Spinning the wheel of thinking even faster. But here, we're not interested in fixing any of our thoughts in any way whatsoever. We're not even interested in changing a negative thought into a more positive thought. We're not interested in changing our thoughts, looking for what's wrong with our thoughts to make it better. We're not interested in getting away from whatever thought this is to go to the next thought. Instead, we're interested in what thought is already doing, what's already happening. And just as with the body, if we needed to pop the back or scratch an itch, if thought needs to think a thought, no matter how bad of a thought it is, we'll include that thought in with what's already happening. And in this way, we have objectified our thinking, our feeling, and our body. And as such, have found ourselves with two things that can be noticed. One is the body, emotion, and thought. And the second thing is the awareness of those objects. How can you be something if you've objectified it and you know it's something else? If there's something else that we are aware of, then there must be something that is being aware of them. And it's always, constantly happening. And when we remember this, it's kind of like watching a scary movie or a drama. If the movie or the drama starts to bother us, we don't even need to turn off the TV for it to no longer bother us. All we need to do is remember we are watching a movie. And the moment we remember what was personal becomes impersonal. And you're now at a distance from the movie, and as such, are no longer bothered. The drama can just play on. But when we forget that we're watching the movie and we become absorbed into the content of the drama, then it can become quite bothersome depending on the content of this drama. But again, when we remember who we are, that there has to be two: what is seen and what is being aware of what is seen. Then we're freed from the content of our own drama. We don't need to try to fix or change the content of our own movie screen that is our thoughts, and that is our emotions, and that is our body. We just remember ourselves as that knowing element of this drama, of the body, of the emotions, of the thoughts. It's like you see some people watching a movie and they're yelling at the TV. And just like sometimes in our own lives, we become quite entangled with the movie that seems to be portrayed, and as such can start yelling at the screen of our life. Not that these are bad things or wrong things, but it's just to be noticed. That very subtle difference that transform the compulsive urgency to fix and change everything about ourselves and our life to finally get to some point of satisfaction or satiation, to where things are calm and finally I can rest. To just remembering all we have to do is remember we are watching a movie. And remember we are what is aware of our drama, the body, emotions, and thoughts. None of this is to say that our life isn't real or shouldn't be participated in or taken seriously, but just to know that who we are is something much deeper than the drama that we're witnessing.